hard today when he does get the ball, and he's going to take it for over the court, give me your point.
Hello again and welcome to another broadcast of Brookline High School Sports here on Brookline Access TV. Today, the girls varsity hockey team takes on Needham High School here at Walter Brown Arena. Alongside my partner Tim McCann, I'm Nick Bovey here. Now Tim, this Brookline High School team didn't fare so well last season. It's very early here in this season, but they have a lot of things to build on.
Nah, you're absolutely right. This Brookline team was only 3-18 overall last season, and this year they're bringing in 8 freshmen. So I spoke to Coach Sarah Musculus before the game. She said she's really going to be trying to focus on just getting this team to understanding the basics and getting used to playing with each other.
And on the other side of the ice, Needham High School is in a very similar situation themselves.
Now, they're also a very young team. They finished 3rd in the CARE division in the Bay State Conference last year, but away from home, they're only 1-9, so they're going to be looking to improve upon that record here tonight.
So there you have it. 2 young teams facing off here at Walter Brown. First period is underway right now. All right, we are underway here in the first. Puck is dropped and won by Needham. Needham skating from right to left this period in the dark jerseys, while Brookline in the white. Puck is intercepted out in the top of the zone and brought back out into neutral ice. So we'll take the time here to go over the starting lineup, starting with Needham.
Now we've got Michaela Michaels, Jenna Davarin, and Maddie Kufos, and also KT Belval and Kate Gately. It's 2 seniors and 2 sophomores on that first line for the Needham Rockets.
And Dana Campbell is in the net at the opposite end. Right now the puck is in Brookline's defensive zone at the far circle. Now whiff on a shot by Kufos in the slot. Puck tipped back out to the point and now dumped into the near side corner. Wrapped back around behind the net by Belval. And now on the opposite end, it's taken by Brookline out to the far point. A scramble between the 2 teams. Can't get cleared yet. Meanwhile, here's the starting lineup for Brookline.
Well, in between the pipes for Brookline, you got senior Karina Martins. She's a senior captain, and I spoke to Coach Sarah Musculus before the game. She said she's been starting for all 4 of her years here for the Warriors.
Hrinowitz behind the net. Tips one back in front, and it's intercepted by Needham. They take it back out along the far side. That's Allie Hickey clearing it out. And now centering pass. Hickey takes a shot, gloved onto and held on by Martins, stopping the clock with 13:36 in the first.
Some nice puck movement there by the Needham Rockets. Just able to find that trailing wing. She was able to fire the shot on goal. Martins able to handle it without much of a difficulty.
Faceoff is won by Needham, and a quick shot out in front by Isabel Turner. Puck is cleared into the near side corner and back behind the net. Taken away by Lucy Badite. Back behind the net. Now it's Allie Hickey. Takes a shot from the low slot. And now it's back out into the point, and it'll be eventually cleared out by Brookline. Puck at center ice.
It's good side-to-side motion there by Martins there.
And now it's going to be Kilday taking it back out for Needham. She dumps it back behind the net, and it circles around to the near side point and taken up ahead. Turner scrambling for it in front of the Needham bench. Still in front of the gate, and now Needham will try for a quick change, and now here comes Brookline on a rush. And offside is the call. It'll stop Lucy Badite as she crossed the blue line.
Yeah, Clasby Chope was well offsides there for Brookline, unfortunately stifling that attack. First real offensive rush through the zone that Brookline's had so far, about 2.5 minutes into this game.
And it was nicely formed too. They had 4 rushing the zone, and if they can keep things going like that, maybe they can get some pressure going. Now the puck is taken along the near side. This is Clasby Chope, loses it, and now it's taken back the other way. Leading the rush is Brinkhouse for Needham. Dumps it off in the slot, and now a shot gloved onto and held onto by Martins. 12:20 to go in the first.
Chope just didn't get enough on that pass over across the ice to Lucy Petit. Intercepted by Needham, and they were able to come right back on the counterattack there.
So Needham already has 3 shots here in the game. Brookline still trying to get on the board. Been playing most of the period so far in their own defensive end. Faceoff is won by Brookline. Cleared back out behind the net. Aria Wong battling for it, but it's taken away by Needham. Now, pass from the far point to the near point is muddled and cleared back down to the half boards. Dump back out on net and behind the net. Needham still has possession. Pass to the top of the zone over to Deverin. Shot is blocked out behind the net. Skating hard is Belval. Circles around, passes back up to the top of the point to Deverin.
Oh, here we go.
And now here comes an opportunity. Abby Hrinowitz all alone. Puck is knocked away on a nice play by Evie O'Neill.
A fantastic back check there by O'Neill. She's able to make up from the intercepted pass at the blue line and keep her goalie from taking any further risk there.
So Brookline still not able to get a shot so far in the period. Needham out skating them. And now a nice dump in behind the net, and Needham will get another change out.
Needham playing some pretty smart hockey so far, and some really good puck movement in their own offensive zone. Even there, you realized they had tired legs and just dumped the puck in so they could get that change.
And now here comes Needham again on the near side. Belval through the slot, passes to the opposite corner. And now a shot is blocked away by Martins. Now here comes Brookline again. Taken on the near side. That's Walensky. Dumps it back behind the net. Now Walensky is the team's leading scorer after having lost their leading scorer last year. Icing is the call, and the puck will come back down to the opposite end.
And you saw in that last rush the Brookline Warriors bench screaming for all of their players to come back and make that wholesale change. They only have 2 full lines going today. I think they might have 1 or 2 extra skaters, but they're going to be trying to keep these shifts short so that they don't have tired legs by the time the third period comes around.
Face-off is won by the Warriors. Pass down in the slot is tipped away by Needham. Now Needham will corral it in their own defensive end. This is Phelan. Clears it back out into the neutral zone. And now here comes Needham as Turner loses the puck trying to cross the blue line. She'll dump it back in before it's intercepted by the Warriors. Puck at the near side point, held onto by Phelan. She dumps it back into the corner before it's taken away by Badite. Now to the opposite corner. Puck is kept in by Gately. Puck brought back over into the neutral zone. It has to be dumped back in. And even 10 minutes to go here in the first period, and no score on the board. Now Needham circling around, a pass into the slot intended for Turner, but it's cleared away by the Brookline defense. Now here comes a shot on a second opportunity. It's Emma Slickland getting it in from point blank.
Slickland was just left alone right there out in front of the net. Looked like Brinkhouse was able to find her with the centering pass. And the strength of Brinkhouse's skating really becoming apparent right there, and just able to put that pill right in the back of the net was Slickland.
So it is 1-0 Needham now. 9:45 to go in the game, or in the period, excuse me. Puck is handled by Needham coming into the zone. It's Brinkhouse, takes a shot, kicked away by Martins. Into the near side corner, another shot, this time by McGovern. Cleared away and out of the zone. And now here comes a rush from Brookline if they hurry, but no. Puck is taken away from Alice Foster. Now back behind the net, Jenna Deverin. Passes it up ahead to Brinkhouse, and a long pass down the ice. It will go for icing, just barely, as it just gets past Alia Wong.
Now right now, if you're Needham coach Allison Fiorano, you've got to be happy with what you're seeing right now from your Needham Rockets team. Just strong skating, smart hockey play out there, and obviously just more than 5 minutes gone by in this first period, they've been rewarded with a goal.
But if you're Brookline, the goal right now should just be to get a shot on net, not really try and force anything to happen. And the key to that is by winning faceoffs, as they didn't there, but puck was held into the zone by Walensky. Cleared back out in front and dumped back out into neutral ice. Now turning with it is Deverin on the near side. Pass into the slot and a shot by Michaels. Cleared away. Michaels grabs her own rebound in the far side corner. Skates around at the half boards. Evades her defender in Hrinowitz. Now back behind the net. Circling around with it is Crowley. Takes a shot wide and the puck is handled now by Kufos. Cleared back out to the point. And now dumped back in by O'Neill. Back behind the net now. Puck is cleared back out to the half boards and still held onto by Needham. A shot from the point by Phelan sails wide to the left. And now Brookline almost clears it out. That was Walensky with the attempt. And now dumped into the near side corner.
More of the sustained pressure by Needham in the offensive zone.
Pass out in front on a nice centering pass. That was Michaels with the shot attempt. And the puck is cleared in the far side corner. Now here comes Michaels again in the slot. Takes a backhand, kicked away. Puck still loose in the crease. And now here comes another attempt. That was Kufos with the attempt.
Brookline lucky to get away without a goal being scored there. A nice poke there by Brookline.
And now the puck is back out into neutral, and Brookline and Needham will both go on half line changes. Now taken up ahead. This is Phelan through center. Weaving her way through defenders, takes a shot and a goal. That was a beautiful attempt as she took that all the way from center ice.
Just a wonderful individual effort there. Just deking around. It had to be 2 or 3 Brookline players able to get free right in front of Martins right there and just buried the puck. And it's 2-0, with just 7:19 remaining in the first period.
Kathy Phelan, the senior defenseman, scoring the goal there. And now here comes Needham again. That was more of a passing attempt, but it was knocked away by Martins. And now puck at the near side point will be taken out by Brookline. Bad eye dumps it back down. No icing on this one, even though she was on the opposite side of the red line. And now Needham will take it out. Regina Longley with it, passes it up ahead. Now here comes McGovern. Had almost a breakaway, but couldn't handle the puck, and Martins will fall on top of it to stop the clock with 6:45 to go in the first.
Now, even though it's already 2-0, a little more than halfway through the first period, Martin has been playing pretty well so far. She's made a couple key saves, a couple good glove saves, a few good blocker saves, even one with her stick, and it's good side-to-side motion there. So you wonder how much they're going to rely on Martins back there between the pipes to keep this game from getting out of hand.
A shot attempt from the near side by Kufos goes to the opposite corner, and now handling the puck is Needham. Kufos takes another shot, and a nice deflection attempt by Michaels, but instead it's blocked away. Now at the far side point, Needham will keep it in. Michaels onto the near side half circle, and now cleared back in by Kufos. Michaels circling around, takes a backhand shot, and Martins can't get on top of it, finally does. And that'll stop the attempt there, 6:08 to go.
Again, just really strong, sustained offensive pressure there by Needham. And Brookline, they kind of look like they're more reacting rather than being where they're supposed to be. And Needham's just taking advantage of it. And they're just able, just the strength of their speed and their skating is just, it's apparent right now.
O'Neill takes a shot wide, puck is behind the net. Brookline can't clear it out. Turner was hammering it. Now it's taken away by Wong. And now Needham again with it. Circling back behind the net is Gately. Waits for a pass. Centers one over to Hickley, but it's deflected away into the far side corner. Now Turner. Pass is knocked away. And now here comes Brookline. They'll clear the zone and dump it back in. And now it's handled away by Campbell. Would you count that as a shot attempt?
I was just thinking that'll be the first shot on goal for Brookline.
They don't keep track of that here in the arena. That was a nice backhanded attempt by Hickey, but Martins makes a nice sprawling save. And I've got to say, I have to agree with you here that Martins has been challenged quite a bit so far. I think the only mistake that she made was on the Phelan shot. She should have gotten more in front of that, but beyond that, she's done a really nice job so far.
Absolutely fantastic so far.
Nice kick save, just as we're complimenting her. Now, puck is cleared back out into the slot.
You take a look at the roster right now, and the 4 defensemen that the Warriors have, 3 of them are sophomores, only 1 upperclassman, so they're going to have to, or excuse me, freshmen rather. So that inexperience it shows out there, but they have to learn.
So the puck was in Brookline's offensive zone, but instead Needham is going to take it. They have a 3-on-1 rush here. A shot attempt, and it's blocked away as Kufos had a nice point-blank shot. And now the puck is brought back out in front of the Needham bench. Brookline controlling. Claspy choke. Knocks it back over to Walensky, and a nice pass up ahead to Crowley, but she can't handle it. And now it's taken into the far side corner. Centering attempt. She has Walensky waiting right in front, but can't get it over. And now it's cleared into the near side corner and back out by Needham. Handled at center by Badite, and now intercepted. And now it's taken back the other way by Michaels. Loses it in the slot, takes a nice high shot. It sails over the bar. Under 4 minutes to go, and Needham pressuring again. Puck is cleared back out, and Salik almost got it out, but instead Needham will intercept. Michaels takes a shot, gets her own rebound, takes another shot in the slot, but it's blocked away. And now here comes Hrenowitz. Tries to skate through traffic, can't do it cleanly. Puck is at center ice as Michaels takes it back in on the far side for Needham. And the puck is tipped away by Badite and cleared back out of the zone.
You've seen a couple times so far with Brookline's few attempted offensive chances. It just, they're looking almost for that home run pass, but just not able to connect.
Now a nice deke and a shot and a goal by KT Belval. She deked out Martins on an attempt to the right, shot back on the left, and beat her on the stick side.
Again, you're seeing that superior stick handling by Needham. It's on 2 of their goals so far. They've just been able to cut right through the Brookline defense and able to get that open shot. And Martin's just kind of left out to dry. It's a tough shot one-on-one, that close.
It's 3-0 Needham with 3:16 to go. Puck is cleared back down by Needham into the near side. Centering pass on a backhand. Allie Hickey. Shot is blocked away. And now here comes Emma Slickland. She scored the first goal of the game. And a rebound is loose in the crease. Many bodies falling down, but Needham can't get a shot in. And now it's Turner on the near side, circles around, centers a pass, but Brookline will clear it back out to the top of the zone. Needham keeps it in. Now Slickland running over for it, dumps it back behind the net. Turner will go over to get it, passes it back out to the point at Daverin. And now the centering pass at center by Hickey is knocked away. Here comes an attempt right out in front, a couple of backhands, and Martins will finally get on top of it. Needham was kind of sticking at Martins even though she had her glove on top of the puck.
Now, so much of Needham's offensive strategy, I would say, in the attacking zone is really below the face-off circle. It's just curling around the back of the net, looking for that centering pass, and there's a shot on net right there.
And a rebound was loose, and it goes through Martin's legs. That was Allie Brinkhouse getting the rebound from right in front. And I think you have to chalk that goal up more to the Brookline defense than on Martins.
Yeah, well, right off the draw, you gotta always have your wits about you because coming off a stoppage, you don't really, not really focus. But right there, not exactly great rebound control there by Martins, and credit to Needham, be able to poke that one right through her legs.
Now here comes Needham again. Puck is in their offensive zone before it can get cleared out by Chope. Now handled back in their own defensive end by Phelan. A nice pass up ahead for Brickhouse, who passes it off to Longley, but the puck is knocked away by Badite. And now at the far face-off circle, Needham will hold on to it. Here comes Longley with a shot, sails wide of the net, right out in front. Here's another attempt for Longley. Rebound was loose, and another goal. This one again by Allie Brinkhouse on a rebound to Martin's right side.
Martins just couldn't really get a handle on that one with her glove. It bounced right to her right side, as you said, and there was Brinkhouse just waiting on the doorstep with half a net to put the puck into. And sure enough, it's 5-0 with 1:36 remaining here in the first period.
So the face-off is won by Needham again. Coming strong to the zone on a 3-on-1. A shot sails wide by Michaels. Rebound was out in front, but it was knocked away. That time a nice play by Phoebe Sampson. Now puck on the near side board. Sampson battling for it, does clear the zone. Nice couple of plays by Sampson in her own end. And Sampson again will clear it back out. Battling for it in front of the Needham bench. Puck is taken away and now handled by Needham. O'Neill passes up ahead. No one's there though. So a clearing attempt by Brookline doesn't get out. It's O'Neill skating through the slot. Puck is loose and shot is held onto. Michaels with the shot, but Martins will hold on to it.
And really, some very good defensive play there from the Needham blue line as well. Just every single time Brookline tries to clear it out of their own zone to try and mount some sort of offensive attack or even just get a line change. They're right there at the blue line, keeping that puck into the offensive zone and just able to stifle that before it even starts.
Another face-off won by Needham. They'll have another shot on net. That one from the point by Clifford is knocked away. Now Turner spins around with it, passes off to the far side, over to Slickland. Slickland goes back behind the net on the near side before it can get tipped away by Hrinowitz. Slickland passes over to the far side and it's passed back out into the slot but cleared back. Now a pass into the slot is knocked away by Brookline, and now here comes the Warriors offense. They lose it, and now Needham will dump it back in over to center ice. And now here comes an attempt by Slickland. Passes over, and it's intercepted by Brookline. As the clock will expire here, it is 5-0 Needham, and a rough first period for Brookline.
Absolutely. If you're the coach for Brookline right now, you gotta get your players in and just kind of calm them down. It was a rough first period. It's still very early in the season, so they're still kind of getting their legs under them, but just gotta try and regroup and see what they can come up with in the next 2 periods.
So we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back for the start of the second period. Ready to start the second period here at Walter Brown. I'm going to toss it over to my partner, Tim McGann.
And Needham carries the puck behind their own goal as they start to set up here in the second period as it's 5-0. And an outlet pass there to Rose McGovern. Unable to corral it. Brookline tries to bend it up, but intercepted by Needham. Looks to force it over to the near blue line. That's Evie O'Neill carrying it down. Centering pass across. Takes the shot. Martin's unable to hold on to it. Puck bouncing around. Martins goes side to side, and Brookline able to get it out of harm's way, but not out of their offensive zone. Shot in by O'Neill, goes into the far corner. Needham corrals it at the far point. Looks up. Finds McGovern down, unable to hold on to it. We got Brinkhouse. Moves it behind their own net. Skates, looks, might just take it herself. That's Longley. Brookline finally able to get a stick on it, but again, held at the blue line by Needham. Throws it back around behind the Brookline net, and just, again, sustained possession for Needham. Almost like they're not even looking to take the shot here.
Well, I mean, when you have a 5-goal lead, that's going to happen.
There's a shot on net. Martin's able to parry it aside, and here comes Brookline trying to get some sort of offensive attack here. That's number 14, Alice Foster, moving into their offensive zone, but she's dispossessed by Needham. Dumped into the Brookline zone. Needham gets a line change. It's Abby Rinowitz unable to hold on. Needham takes the puck. Kate Gately moves it on up to Michaela Michaels. Michaels skates up, tries to bring it to her forehand and scores. Oh, what a beautiful display right there. Tucks it in the far post as she goes down to the ground.
And that was a beautiful goal, going back and forth between forehand and backhand. And as she's falling down, scores the goal. Again, that's not Martin's fault. The defense just let her through.
Again, Michaela Michaels taking that from essentially her own blue line, just skating around, able to put that puck in the back of the net. It's 6-0 here with 2 minutes gone in the second period. Here comes Needham. Rousing the neutral zone, moves over to KT Belval. Able to stifle that attack is Brookline. And there's an offsides on Needham.
So the key here, if I were head coach Sarah Musculus, I would tell Brookline, you just got to win faceoffs. I'm a very big proponent on that. If you want to start pressure early, you got to win faceoffs.
Even that one right there, it looked like Brookline was able to get a stick on it, but they won it forward, and they didn't have enough of their players moving forward with it. They just work on bringing it back and getting some possession. As here comes Needham here in the offensive zone. That's Michaels, who just scored that goal just minutes ago. Stick handles around. Michaels again. Swirls, looks up to her point. Shoots in, that's deflected over to the near side corner. That was Phelan on the shot. Brookline able to get possession, but intercepted there by Needham. KT Belval moves it around to Kufos. Back to Belval. Looks up, tries to find the centering pass. There's Michaels, but that shot goes wide. Brookline.
What I'm also seeing is a lot of flat-footed reaction from Brookline. If you want to get the puck away and get to where you need to be, you got to keep your feet moving.
And again, that's what we were saying before. Just they're reacting rather than thinking about where they should be. And when you've got a team that's looking as good as Needham is right now, you're going to get skated around the entire time. And here comes Needham again, holding possession in their offensive zone. That's Gately down low. Moves back to Isabel Turner. Looks back to her point, finds it. Bit of a collision there at the half boards. Finds a player up. Shot blocked aside by Martins. Needham holds on. Defense changing for Needham. Turner gets the puck back on the far side. Again, looks up to the near blue line. Just good puck movement in the offensive zone, really utilizing that D. Just waiting for that open player to get, usually in the high slot where they're getting open.
From what I'm noticing, Needham is getting a lot of line changes in, which is really benefiting them. Brookline can't do that as well, so they have some tired legs out there.
Exactly, especially since they're pretty short as far as personnel goes. There's Needham again carrying around the back of the net where most of their offensive possession has been. Just looking for that centering pass like that one right there. That was to Allie Hickey, but a couple of Brookline sticks got in the way, and that puck did not get through to Martins.
That was a nice play by Alice Foster, keeping her stick down, saying you will not pass by the stick. And they were able to clear it because of it.
There's Evie O'Neill. Dispossessed there by Brookline. Able to send the puck deep. That not a shot on net, but gives gives the Needham goaltender something to do there. And again, just even in the neutral zone, just unable to connect on those passes. Even when they do find the stick, it's just bouncing right off and just unable to create any sort of sustained possession.
I think that also has something to do with there being 8 freshmen on this team. They need to build some chemistry, learn the ice is bigger, play is faster. It should take them a little while, but I think before the end of the season they might be making those passes.
Absolutely, and that's something that comes with time. And here comes Needham. Shot from the high slot, gloved aside by Martins, goes over to the corner. Needham grabs it again at the half boards. Sends it around. That was Jenna Davern sending it around. Puck up to the point. Shot in, looking for a deflection. Unable to find one, but again, the shot just goes wide past Martins. Needham trying to get that backhand on the near post. Again, back to the blue line. Dumps it in. That's Regina Longley. Moves it over to Allie Brinkhouse. Looks up, centers it, finds someone on the far face-off circle, but that's blocked out in front by Brookline defense.
Martin needs to do a better job of holding on to her rebounds. She'll just stick her glove out there.
Oh, and there's a goal. Just a misplay there by Martins, just like you were saying, unable to find or corral the puck, and that one just goes right through her.
I think that one might have been tipped by Brinkhouse right out in front. It definitely was tipped. It was either Turner or Brinkhouse, but if it is Brinkhouse, that's her 3rd goal of the game.
You have to figure just by the way that Martins looked like she had it lined up, and then next thing you know, that puck's in the back of the net. Tough to tell from our vantage point, but if so, and if it's Brinkhouse, nice little hat trick for her.
Freshman, too. Freshman winger. There are not too many freshmen on Needham's team. They only have 3.
But if you're getting that type of scoring from a freshman right here, you got to think that your season's going to be going pretty well for them.
And that's exactly what Christina Walensky was like for this team last year.
Now here's Brookline trying to get something going in the neutral zone. Looking to move it up, but Needham's big defense just able to stifle whatever attack the Warriors might have. Just about 8 minutes to go here in this second period. 7-0 Needham. As here the Rockets skate up. Nice little stick there from Phoebe Sampson. She's a senior on this Warriors team. But Needham able to get the puck right back.
And the opposite of Needham, there's only 3 seniors on this Brookline team, so that can explain why Needham seems so much more seasoned on the ice.
Yes, you definitely see, especially in the high school game, how much experience comes into play. And even especially more now in the first, second, third game of the season, when those younger players are just getting used to the speed of things. Needham able to hold at the blue line, sends it in deep. There's Sampson, corrals it at the corner. Moves up to Wong, unable to hold on to it, and Needham takes it at center ice. They'll gather in on the defense and looks to move it up right around their bench. That's Emma Slickland dumping it in. Brookline plays it off the glass, looking for Alice Foster. Foster sends it back. Looks up, tries to deke around, but Needham able to send it right back into the offensive zone, in deep behind the Brookline net. Martin's able to bring play to a halt here with 6:34 remaining in the second.
So Needham seems to now be just controlling the puck, taking a shot if it's there, but they're not forcing it, which is a good thing. It's a 7-0 game, but it looked like there was going to be a penalty, but then they wiped it off the board.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was for. I didn't see
I
anything
saw the referee
bad.
with his hands up near center ice, and I figured, how could we miss that? But no penalty, 5-a-side right now. And no penalties at all in this game at any rate, so pretty clean contest.
That's what you like to see in high school. You don't like to see penalties at this level.
Nah, especially when you got players falling all over the place. You don't want that to mar the flow of the game. It's been moving along quite nicely so far. A little struggle along the far corner. Both sides getting help there. Needham able to come out with the puck. Looks back to its own blue line. That's Kitty Gately. Sends it back across to the far side. Isabel Turner corrals it. Carries it behind the Brookline net. On her backhand, back up to the point, excuse me. Looks for Slickland, but Brookline able to get to that puck first. Needham stick handles around, sends it back. There's Allie Hickey, chases it down, pulls up, looks back, and able to get the puck back herself. Looks across, but that centering pass intercepted by Brookline, but Needham able to regain possession. A couple players go down in the near corner, arms stay down, good. Needham holds on, back to the point. Gately looks down, half boards. There's Isabel Turner again. Looks to the far point while getting a line change at the same time. Again, like you said, able to get those rotations. And Brookline, here we go, starts to skate up. That's number 3, Christina Walensky. Sends it in, that'll be a shot on goal for sure. Able to parry that one aside with the Needham goaltender.
It'll be very important for Brookline to hold on to the puck. They don't have too many opportunities here in the offensive zone.
It's Dana Campbell in between the pipes there for Needham, and here we have a 2-on-1 developing for Needham. There's a shot that goes wide. Allie Brinkhouse is waiting on the far post, but there's no rebound to come to her stick. Here's Brinkhouse again, looks up, finds the centering pass. That one dings off the post. Devin Crowley corrals it as she is unable to hold on to it. Oh, but here we might have a break here for Brookline. Here's Crowley coming up the near side. Looks to get a shot in on Campbell. That shot goes wide.
Campbell was getting pressured there, so she had to force the shot and wasn't able to take as clean of an opportunity as she would have liked.
That was really the best offensive chance that Brookline has had so far. Good work there by Crowley, just able to keep her legs churning and able to create that opportunity. Even though she can't get a shot on net, that's what Sarah Musculus has to be hoping for.
Crowley is the youngest member of this team. She's due to graduate in 2017, which makes, I guess, both of us feel very, very old.
Very old. She'll be an 8th grader this year, so if you're seeing that from her right now, really got to be hopeful for what she'll be doing out there on the ice in a couple years' time. Here comes Needham again in the offensive zone. That shot goes wide into the near corner. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Puck goes back to the point. Envy O'Neill. That one blocked out in front. Couldn't tell if it got through to Martins or not. That one did. She makes a nice leg save, but Needham able to maintain possession. O'Neill corrals it on their backhand. Looks down to the half board. She finds Brinkhouse. Looks over for a centering feed. Takes the shot. And that one blockered aside by Martins. And again, held in by the Needham defense. Here's Brinkhouse on the forehand, goes down, tries a hand pass, but unable to connect. Good thing for her, because that would have been illegal in the offensive zone. Regina Longley looks down, gets the puck back in the near side corner. Holds on, she's challenged by a Brookline defense. Swings that puck around. There's O'Neill. Looks up into the high slot, goes right through, but the defenseman is there. A swing and a miss there by Kufos. Brookline.
A lot of middling going on right now. Not so many shots from either side, as Brookline can't get a handle on the puck, and Needham doesn't want to take too many shots.
O'Neill sends it down. Here's Slickland. Back to O'Neill at the point. Looks down to Michaels. Scored that goal earlier in this period. Brookline unable to get it out of their zone. Michaels at the half boards. Near side point calling for the puck. Does not get it. Let's see if she gets it this time. Sure enough. Moves it back down. Needham trips over the puck there. Swings it around. Now it'll be Belval with the puck right behind Martins there in net. Kufos skates. Not as many centering attempts for Needham here in this second period. One of the points goes for line change. There's a shot deflected over. That's Kufos there with the puck. Moves it around to Belval. Swings it back to Kufos, but that's swung out of the zone by Brookline. Just under a minute to go here in the second period. Almost a chance there for Brookline. Almost had a two on one there, but unable to get the players forward that they needed or the possession. Kufos moves it up. She gets it back. Challenged by the Brookline defense. They're just unable to keep the stick on the puck. Able to get that puck out of the zone. So again, Needham will attack. Moves it back to the point. Kufos, that shot blocked. Back to Michaels. Looks up, waits, back in Gretzky's office there. Intercepted by Brookline. And that one finally cleared out of the offensive zone as time ticks down here in this second period. It's 7-0 Needham. And a better showing there in that second period, but still an uphill battle for Brookline in the third.
That was a very, very quick period. Not too many whistles, as Needham held on to possession for the vast majority of it. And that'll happen because there's no icings. They weren't taking too many shots. They were just content to move it back and forth. But Brookline did get a few opportunities. They're going to move back towards their locker room and try and regroup here for a tough third period.
Now stick with us here on BATV as we bring you the third period of action. And we're just about to get underway here at Walter Brown Arena for the third period of action. Let's send it over to Nick Bowe for the play-by-play.
So a fresh sheet of ice as the Zamboni glazed over it. We have 15 minutes left to go here in the game. It's 7-0 Needham, as now Needham has possession in their offensive zone. Kufos passes over to the far side. The shot is blocked away by Martins. And now puck is handled by Brookline as Aria Wong clears the zone. So already a good start for Brookline, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely an improvement there, able to clear the zone with relative ease.
Now Wolinski whiffs on a puck that she tries to clear back out to neutral, but it's eventually brought back out there and dumped, and Needham needs to get back on side. Brookline will take advantage by possessing the puck and bringing it back around. Wong loses her handle on it. Wolinski's there to back her up, clears it back out towards the Needham bench. Handled back out at center. At the center ice logo, it's knocked back out to the far side of the neutral zone and dumped back in by Needham. Now Wolinski tries to pass it through Hickey, but can't do it. Hickey passes over to Turner, back out into the slot, past Hickey, and now it's Belval. Or excuse me, Slickland handling it, passes back out, intended for Hickey, but it's intercepted by Wolinski. Dumped back out into neutral.
I think one thing you're seeing here with Needham, every single time they're in their offensive zone, every one of the forwards is moving. They're not standing still. They're not waiting for the puck to come to them. They're trying to find open ice, and that's why they've gotten to create as many opportunities as they have.
And even though they're possessing the puck right now, it looks like Brookline's doing a better job of getting to the puck, dumping it back out. As the puck is cleared back in by Needham. And now it's Hickey in the far corner. Puck is intercepted by Brookline and dumped back out to the half boards. McGovern slaps one out into the slot, but it's taken away by Hrinowitz. Hrinowitz is nearly tripped up, loses the puck. Now brought back down by Clifford. She gets through the slot, and Martins will step on it, and again, Needham coming in very hard and late on Martins after she controls the puck.
Well, I mean, as we've seen earlier in this game, Martins has been having trouble holding on to that puck, so you can't really blame them for driving, crashing to the net, and just trying to poke for any sort of rebounds that they can.
Face-off is won by Needham, and the shot was deflected off of a Warrior player. Martins falls on top of it again.
There again, you see that same thing. As soon as they win the draw, Needham forwards going right to the net.
Face-off was won by Needham again, and it's cleared out into the far corner. Sampson dumps it back out. Sampson with control at the half boards. Skates it over the blue line. And now the puck is dumped back in by Katie Gately. At the half boards. And now at the far side circle, the shot was taken and held onto. I believe that was Belval with the attempt.
Use this break to tell you a little bit about Brookline's upcoming games. After this, they got a game at Norwood on the 15th, followed by a home game here at Walter Brown Arena against Walpole on the 19th, and an away game at Braintree, and that'll bring them to the end of December for the winter break.
A pass into the slot is intercepted by Walensky, and she'll skate it hard over into neutral ice before it's intercepted by Michaels. Now Michaels skating it along the far side. Puck is tipped away and brought back out by Wong. A nice defensive stop. Now Kufos will dump it back behind the net. Circles around for Walensky. She lets the puck get away from her, and Needham will take advantage here. A pass out right in front, and an opportunity by Belval, but Martins will dive back on top of it.
Martin able to just get her right pad out there, and really didn't come in with enough pace to create any sort of real juicy rebound, so able to put her glove right on top of that and keep that from finding the back of the net for the loose Needham player.
Face-off to Martin's right, and the face-off is won by Needham. A shot from the point was taken by Clifford. Puck is still loose in the crease, and Martins again will cover it.
Yeah, saw Needham looking for the deflection there on that shot from the point, but I actually think it was a Brookline player whose stick got on it, and Martins had to stay on her toes to keep that one out.
I was about to compliment Needham on all of their shot deflections that they've been taking, because it's been working, and that's the stuff that you really want to teach the good players.
It's a great strategy.
Shot from the slot off the post. That was Davarin. And I mean, it clanked on it so hard that it didn't even make a ping. It just bounced back out.
Looked like the follow-up rang off the post too.
So a couple of lucky breaks there for Brookline as the puck is taken up at the top of the zone by Needham and kept in. Slickland skating around, passes out to center, and that attempt by Turner goes wide to the left. Now Turner circling back behind the net, clears one out to the far side circle, and now taken at the point by Phelan. She loses handle of the puck and it's brought back out in front of the Brookline bench. Now here comes an opportunity for Brookline. That puck was lost by Phelan. And now here comes Needham again on the near side. McGovern circles around, and now it's McGovern takes a shot, blocked away by Martins, dumped back behind the net by Sampson. Centering attempt is knocked away, and now here comes Walensky along the far side. Dumps one back behind the net. Nice play.
And you've got Alice Foster there on the forecheck. And especially with the amount of players that Brookline has, only running two lines, you like to see this sort of energy from them in the third period.
Here comes a 3-on-2 opportunity for Needham. Pass up ahead for McGovern was too far, and now Brookline will clear it back out of the zone. 10 minutes to go in the game, and it is 7-0 in favor of the visiting Needham Rockets team. They've controlled play for the vast majority of this game. Brookline only attempting a few shots on net, so they can barely even get to it. Now circling around with it is Davarin. Now on the near side. This is Belval. Gets through her defenders. And the puck eventually does reach over to the far circle, over to Davarin. Now blocked back. And Brookline almost took it away. But instead Michael circles around to get it. And now another attempt by Davarin. Through the slot and now into the near side corner. Kufos falls on top of it. And it's taken away by Belval. And now here comes an attempt by Michaels. Rebound is loose in the crease, but it's knocked back out. And now it's Belval into the far corner. Circles around. Passes up to the top of the zone for Clifford. Puck was loose as it didn't reach Martins. And now it's back behind the net for Belval. She has Kufos calling for it. Kufos does get it before passing back. And now a pass through the slot. Puck is still loose from point blank. Shot is blocked back out. Michaels had the attempt. Now along the far half boards. Michaels circles around before passing out to the far point. Now Davarin knocked down as she passes it back down in the far side corner. Now puck is loose at the hashes. And now taken back out. Pass over to Kufos. Back out to the point. Backhanded. And cleared over to the half boards by Michaels. Michaels brings it back out into the slot. Backhands a pass into the near side corner for Kufos. But Brookline intercepts. And now skating hard with it was Coelho, who dumps it back out into center. Needham will go on a line change and dump it back in.
Brookline only changing one player on that line. Surprising that they didn't try and get more wholesale changes. We'll see if they do that right here. And sure enough, the rest of the players go off for fresh legs.
That's a long pass that just died before it could go for icing. Needham takes it away. And now here comes an opportunity. Phelan passes up ahead, intended for Turner. She can't handle it cleanly, though. And we're going to get a whistle for an offside. Stopping the clock with 7:27 to go in the game.
Now taking a look at more of Brookline's schedule to walk you through the rest of their home games. They got a game here against Framingham on January 12th. A game against Natick on the 21st. They're facing Peabody here on February 6th. And finally, on February 13th, they're going to be playing Milton, one of the teams they beat last year. And we're going to be carrying that game here on BATV.
So we'll be here for that game. Hopefully it'll go as good as it went last year and better than tonight's performance. But you'd have to expect by that point that the Needham women would, or excuse me, the Brookline girls would be more prepared.
Yeah, I mean, like we've alluded to the entire game, just you have to wonder what the experience is going to be like by then.
A 3-on-1 opportunity for Needham. The shot sailed through. Martin still wasn't aware that the shot had sailed wide. She was looking for it, but was able to recover in time to stop the shot attempt by Emma Slickland.
Martin's made a real nice play there on that final shot attempt, able to dive back across the crease and stop that one with her body, able to knock that one down before anything worse happened.
And here comes a face-off won by Needham. Shot is kicked away. Now handled back behind the net. Again, from the low slot on the near side, McGovern takes a shot that's blocked away.
And it looks like Brookline's defense is really kind of compressed in front of that slot area, and that might be one of the reasons why you're not seeing as much offense from Needham so far.
Needham controlling the puck on the far side, low in the offensive zone. Now cleared back out to the point. Davarin. Puck is intercepted by Brookline and cleared back out into center. And one thing that could help is communication, and that's basically what you saw on the last stoppage when Martins couldn't find that the puck went into the near side corner. Her defense needs to communicate to her that the puck is still loose, so she needs to be aware. She was still looking in her pads to see if she had the puck.
Yeah, it goes both ways too. I mean, as a goaltender, you know, like being able to having a loud goaltender, it can be annoying at times, but at the same time, it's very helpful for a defense to know where the puck is, to know where you are, where you need to be if you're screening them. This, like you said, communication is very key, especially for a young team and one that just has not played with each other that much.
And for a team that has 8 freshmen, that is something that they will learn and grow into, is being able to communicate with each other and learning each other's skills, expertises, strengths, and weaknesses.
Yeah, their tendencies, and as the season progresses and as the years progress, they get used to playing with each other, and they'll know where to expect each other on the ice. And I think that's something that you see with this Needham team too. I mean, as they're controlling the puck for extended periods in the offensive zone, they know that there's going to be someone on the near point across, or however it may be. They just seem to have that in it, the sixth sense that they know where their teammates are going to be.
A couple of shots taken on Martin. She even took one off of her face mask, but still hasn't allowed one here in the third period. Shot from the far point goes back behind the net. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. It's 7-0 Needham.
It might have been the first slap shot we've seen so far in this game.
A lot of wristers going on as opportunities come very quickly. Puck is kept in at the far side point, and now skating through the defense is Michaels. She takes a shot, but is kicked away. And now Brookline will clear the zone. It's Song with it. Shi Yang Song. The puck is cleared into the far corner of the Brookline offensive zone. And now that was Aria Wong keeping it in the zone. We have a player down for Needham. That's number 7, Michaela Michaels. She gets back up on her own strength, as now the puck is in the Needham offensive zone. Along the half boards, centering attempt by Belval goes to the opposite boards. And now here's an opportunity for Hickey. Puck is loose, rebound in the crease. Somehow doesn't cross the line, and it's cleared out into the far corner.
I think Martins may have gotten your paddle on that one, holding their stick across on the goal line to keep that puck out. Really good play there by Karina Martins.
So Martins has been getting better as the game has been going on. She allowed 5 first period goals, only 2 in the last period, and hasn't allowed any as we're closing out on 3 minutes to go in the game. A puck is loose in the crease, a backhand opportunity. That one by Allie Hickey, but it's deflected back behind the net. Centering opportunity for Turner. Puck is kicked back out by Chope and kept in by Needham.
You're seeing a lot of players fall to the ice more in the waning minutes of this third period. You wonder how much of that is just tired legs.
And the puck squirts back out into center ice. It's Evie O'Neill with it. O'Neill seems to be the tallest person on the ice here, despite being only a sophomore. A second chance opportunity for Belval. And Martins will hold on to it. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game.
And again, you just see Martins almost slapping at the puck sometimes when it's coming in and that high on the wrist. Did that puck get in the back of the net? It looked like it did, yeah.
I believe so. There was no whistle, but now they're putting an 8 on the board, so it will be 8-0 in favor of Needham.
I was going to say, it seemed like that Martins has a surprisingly strong reaction to that whistle, but sure enough, Needham scores to add to their lead.
Abby Hrinowitz had an opportunity as she got through the defense, but wasn't able to complete the pass. So Needham will have possession at center ice. The defense parts now as Needham strikes into the zone. They all of a sudden have a 2-on-1, but instead they'll circle it back around behind the net. I'm sure a goal of theirs was probably to get a goal at least every period. After going into the first intermission up 5-0, you don't want to run off the score, but still you want to be strong the entire game. You don't want to let up.
No, absolutely. And you got as a young team, and especially early in the season, you want to play a complete game. You don't want to just, even if you can, you have that stronger first period, you don't have to go as heavy in the second and the third. You still want to finish strong, and you want to carry it over into the next game.
Longley takes a shot that was deflected by Brinkhouse, who was trying to get another goal for herself. But instead, Brookline has it at the near side point, and it squirts back out into center. Dumped back in. And now it is Phoebe Sampson controlling the puck. Passes off the boards, intended for Tahira Salik, as the puck goes in front of Campbell, but it's circled back around, brought back out by Needham. Along the near side, it's Kufos, and the puck is deflected back by Sampson. Sampson, probably Brookline's strongest player of this game. Maybe Walensky as well, but Sampson has been doing nice on defense.
Yeah, and Sampson, like you said, she's the elder statesman of that defensive core, so she's got a lot of a lot of responsibility on her shoulders, especially with these young players on sharing the blue line with her.
A nice opportunity out in front for KT Belval, but Martins controls it and will stop the clock with 37 seconds exactly to go here in the game.
Martin happy the whistle blew before that puck was able to be poked in. I think that's what she was most really angry about on that last goal, and a show of frustration throwing her stick. Yes, she was really frustrated that the ref didn't give her that whistle when she thought she had covered up, and I mean we did too.
Well, there's a lot of things to be frustrated after this game, but it should be a learning experience. A quick opportunity and a rebound. That one was loose and held onto by Martins. Turner had the second chance from down low. 26.9 seconds to go now.
And I think you're seeing one of Martin's strengths is just kind of like scrambling in front of the goal mouth. You know, we've said that looked like she's had a little bit of problem, you know, corralling the wrist shot with her glove, but when she's diving all over the place, looks like she's able to do a pretty good job of it.
Face-off was won by Brookline, but puck is held into by Needham at the top of the zone. Now circling around the far circle, a shot attempt by Emma Slickland, but it's held onto by Martins.
Seems like in these waning seconds, Needham is just really trying to throw everything they can on net. Not as much of a passing game as they've been playing in the most of the second period and early parts of the third, but with just over 10 seconds ago, Brookline trying to see what they can take from this game, what they can learn from it.
And now the puck is cleared back out to center with 5 seconds to go. Needham will dump it back in, and that one will do it here from Walter Brown, as Needham will take this game 8-0.
It's definitely a rough game for the Warriors, but it's a learning experience, like we've said, a very young team, 8 freshmen. They got to get their legs under them, got to start to understand how to play with each other, and as these two teams meet at center ice, they've got a long season ahead of them, both of them do.
So Needham High School takes this game 8-0 over Brookline. And Tim, despite it being a fairly one-sided game, there still were some stars for both sides.
Yeah, for Brookline, Phoebe Sampson, the senior defenseman, just even though they gave up 8 goals in this game, there were still some bright spots for her. She made a couple nice plays in her own zone, and I mean they were playing in their own zone most of that game. But especially with the young defensive core that they have, you hope that some of those younger players will be able to look to her and really see how the game is supposed to be played. And for Needham, I mean, Allie Brinkhouse, she got a hat trick in this game, and just the control that she had on the puck, the speed of her skating, you can tell that she's going to be a real good force, real strong force for Needham in the games to come.
And not to be forgotten is Karina Martins. Despite giving up 8 goals, it'll look ugly in the box score, but she still made some fantastic saves.
Now, Martin, she's a senior on this team. She's been playing between the pipes for most of her high school career. And she had a few, weak spots, a couple odd grabs at the puck. Maybe it was fighting off a few times. But honestly, out in front of the net, in those scrambles were where she was strongest. She made a couple real good key saves that kept this game from really getting blown out more than it was.
So our next game here at Walter Brown will be against Milton on February 16th. So Tim, what are some keys that Brookline needs to focus on before that point?
I think we alluded to it earlier in this game. They need to really be proactive rather than reactive in their skating. It seemed like they were flat-footed a lot. It seemed like they were just chasing after Needham in their defensive zone most of this game, and they could learn a lot from how Needham played this game as well. Really, the communication, like we talked about, and just always moving, always looking for the motion behind the net, motion around the front of the net. But it's going to come. They're a very young team, and they need to get their legs under them. They need to get the experience with the skating. So it'll come in time as they start to play more and get more of that experience.
And that is one of the 3 teams that they beat last season. So hopefully good things will be coming this season. For Tim McGann, I'm Nick Bovey, signing off here from Walter Brown Arena. We'll see you next time on BATV.